Hey guys, it's me again, back here for another Blu-ray DVD update. And I have a few things here for you today. And this video might run a little longer than normal because I want to try something different. I want to actually explain to you what I paid for the stuff, what I thought about the movie, etc. I'm kind of I'm very bad at I'm very bad about showing you the title and running. I'm not really going with what my thoughts were on the title. So, you gotta fix that hair. Yeah, 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 sexy. Anyway, up first is Pacific Rim with Slip. Bought this brand new for $10.99 at Meyer. I have some buddies that told me this was a pretty good movie. I was really kind of turned off from the movie from the whole premise of the thing. But at the end of the day, this movie was pretty damn good. It's good nerd fun, It's not a serious movie by any means, and anybody who goes into this movie trying to take it serious is going to be completely disappointed. But let me tell you a little bit about what I took from this. Now, I absolutely loved some of Del Toro's other films. I don't love everything he's done. I don't think he's a genius like a lot of people think. I think he's very hit and miss. Well, with that said, Pan's Labyrinth was great. There's just some movies that he's made that I didn't like. I like both the Hellboy movies, but there's just some things that he's done that I'm not a fan of. But with that, let's get that aside. Let's talk about this film. Now, when I first bought this, I had known that what's his name? I do not know the actor's name. Don't even know if it'll tell me on the back of here because I don't know his name, and not knowing his name, I wouldn't be able to tell you if that was his name. So let's just tell you, Jax Teller, the guy who plays Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy, is in this film. I'm not a fan of his acting. I think he is a horrid actor. If you ever watch Sons of Anarchy and then you watch Pacific Rim, you can see that he walks the same way. He acts the same way. He has the same facial features. It's basically Jax Teller in this movie. It's basically that character. With that said, though, I think the way he portrayed the character, even though it was very similar to the character he plays in Sons of Anarchy, I think fit. So I didn't mind it so much, but at the same time, it kind of felt a little, I don't know, it felt off to me. His acting felt off. Now, the movie was good. I loved it for what it was, and let me tell you what I mean. The acting was horrid in some scenes. Not everybody was awful. The acting could have been tightened up, and made a little more believable. But it kind of, and this may have been done purposefully, but some scenes kind of felt like they were low budget ish. I don't know how to explain that. I guess it's the green screen. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I've spent too much time on this title. With this said, though, it was a good movie. I would give it a 7 out of 10. I would say that if you're looking for some fun, you don't want to think, check it out. If you're looking for something serious, stay the heck away from it because you're not going to find anything serious within this film. But I liked it. It's good sci-fi fun. Dare I say it was even better than Godzilla that came out this year. But I'll talk about that movie more when the Blu-ray comes out. But up next was a movie that I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for, and that is Dollman and the Demonic Toys box set. Now let me explain this box set to you, because most people out there are going to be like, what the hell is that? What it is it's Demonic Toys. I'll be right back. I've got to pause. Okay, now what this is the first movie in the set is called Demonic Toys. Basically, what this movie is about is it opens up with these two cops on a stakeout. One female, one male. Apparently, they are involved in a relationship together. And the female has a baby, a bun in the oven. A bun in the oven. That's what I'm looking for. She's pregnant. And she keeps having these weird dreams of this little boy and this demon boy playing the card game War. And they keep tying and they keep saying war, or they keep, they flip a car over, it flips blah, blah, blah. Back and forth throughout the movie. It keeps showing scenes of it, cutting to that, and they keep tying as they're playing war over and over and over again. Well, come to find out, when she gets into the building she was staking out, which was a toy warehouse, there is a demon buried underneath this warehouse. He's actually waiting for her because he's going to take over her son's body. So when she gets in there, the dolls, the toys start to come to life, and they start killing the people in the warehouse, and they're held up in like a broom closet, trying to wait out the night. But at the end of the day, or at the end of the movie, it's one of those movies, no spoilers, but everything ends up being a little bit of a twist. But it's your standard horror movie. The second movie in the collection is Doll Man. Now this one, I don't care if these are straight to movie or straight to video movies or not. I don't care if these were made in the 90s and they were meant to be cheesy. I don't care what anybody says. This is damn a good movie in a very cheesy way. It's great. It's over the top. It's cheesy. It's fun. And what it's about is this guy right here is 13 inches tall compared to us humans. But the movie opens up with him chasing because he's a cop. He's a cop on another planet. He's chasing his suspect through space and spaceships, and they hit some kind of cosmic waves, and it sends them catapulting and crashing down on Earth. So when he gets to Earth, everybody's giants. And basically, I'm not going to give out the whole plot because I don't want to ruin it for you. But through a series of circumstances, he becomes a temporary guest. He becomes a guest at this lady's house, and she is a single mother of one child. He kind of sees in this lady what he's seen in his wife, and he sees in the kid what he's seen in his kid, who were both killed by the guy he was pursuing at the beginning of the movie. Well, through some things that I don't want to get into to ruin the movie, there's some gangsters in New York City. Yes, this is based in New York City, that want her dead. So him being 13 inches tall, he decides he's going to protect her. And yeah, a 13-inch man literally kicks ass. Now, he don't punch and fight and kick and bite, but he shoots and he takes down the bad guys. Like, he's got the strongest gun, the strongest blaster in the universe. That's the whole premise of it. But it's called 13 Inches with an Attitude, or the tagline's 13 Inches with an Attitude. Okay, now remember, this guy's 13 inches tall. Apparently, it didn't go over well, but I read somewhere online, now I don't know if this is false or not, but I find this hilarious. I read somewhere online that when this movie first came out, see, the guy's attitude in the movie is supposed to be he's an asshole. But when I first read this and it first came out, whether it was actually advertised like this or not, but supposedly the slogan was 13 inches of dick. I find that funny as hell, and I know that I'm a child and I shouldn't be laughing at that. But I had to share that. But anyway, I know I'm going on and on, but I told you guys I would. So if you don't, if you're not interested in this video, I understand. Back the hell out of here now. But the last movie in the collection is Demonic Toys versus Doll Man. Now this movie I have yet to watch. I'm excited to watch. I can't wait to watch this. I can't wait to see a 13-inch man with just the snarky, smart-ass attitude that he has, beating up on some demonic toys. You know it's going to be terrible. You know it's going to be one of those movies that you wonder why you're sitting in front of it watching. But that's what makes them great. Because if it wasn't B-horror, B-grade movies, this wouldn't be made. At least it gives, some sort of outlet to some of the artists who can't get a job anywhere else. Not that they're not doing a good job. It's just stuff doesn't speak to mainstream, Well, with that said, I am going to move on. And up next is the Little Shop of Horrors Blu-ray Digibook. I have been dying to get my hands on this. But I'm going to give you guys another pause because I need to do something real quick. I will be back with you in just a minute. I'm sorry, I'm back. Anyway, I've been wanting this for a very long time. I love this movie. You know, over the years, I always said Back to the Future was my favorite movie of all time. But as I'm getting older, I've not fell out of love with Back to the Future, but I don't admire it as much as I used to. And that could be one of two things. One, I'm not a teenager anymore. I don't relate to it like I used to. And two, I'm not saying that it hasn't aged well. I'm saying as I've aged, I would say as I've aged, I've kind of got out of that kind of filmmaking. And that's not what I'm looking for. I don't want to do more filmmaking. I think as I'm getting older, my tastes are changing. That's what I'm looking for. This slowly became my favorite film of all time. Absolutely love it. And, you know, I don't know why. Because, I mean, well, I love musicals, but I don't understand why this movie, I mean, it's not that great. It's good, cheesy fun, but it's not that great. But I absolutely adore this film. This is one of my favorite films of all time. Well, my favorite film of all time. But let me tell you a little bit about this. Something that really aggravates me is this movie has an alternate cut in it. I watched it. I was excited to pick this film up because it was $20. I mean, being $20 for Digi was a good deal anyway. But I've been dying for it since it came out in, I think, 2012. I never did get it because, well, it was always $27, $30. I don't like spending that kind of money on one movie, unless it's a collector's edition like the Criterion or this. But anyway, this film, its alternate ending, sucks. I would like to tell any of you guys out there who pick this up and wonder what ending to watch first. Don't watch the director's cut. Watch the original theatrical cut, then watch the director's cut. I detest the director's cut. It changes the entire ending. It goes from a happy ending to a sad ending. Happy or sad. That's not why I don't like it. It's too drug out. I just didn't like it. I don't want to ruin it for anybody out there who hasn't seen it. So I don't want to tell you why I didn't like it. But what I would like from you guys out there watching, if you guys agree with me that the director's cut is terrible, please tell me what you think in the comments below, because this thing is, stay away from the director's cut. It kind of ruins the film. It goes from being one thing to being something completely different. I just do not enjoy the vibe. I cannot tell you guys how much I absolutely hate the director's cut of this film. And it aggravates me that I don't even know why it aggravates me, because it doesn't take away from my film, the one I love, but it kind of ruined the movie just a little bit for me. I know that sounds funny, but it made the movie, it ruined my memories of the original film a little bit. It's going to take a while to get back to watch this movie again and get that taste out of my mouth. But enough of that. Let me move on. And this one here came out today. A lot of people are going to say, a lot of people aren't going to buy this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see a lot of people buying this film. One, it should have came out in October. And two, it's 22 minutes long. It's not a film. That is Toy Story of Terror. Now, if you guys don't know what this is, it's aired last October during around the Halloween time. It's kind of Toy Story in a horror setting. I'm not going to tell you anything else because I don't want to ruin it. But it was great. But what's cool about this is it includes the three shorts from the Toy Story universe, Toy Story tunes, as they call it. That's Small Fry, Hawaiian Vacation, and Partysaurus Rex. Now, I've seen Small Fry, and I've seen Hawaiian Vacation, but I've never seen Partysaurus Rex. I don't know if this was, and I highly doubt this, but I don't know if it was created for this release, or if it was aired before, another film, and I just never caught on that this was going to be, released. But what I thought was really cool is that during this movie, since it was a made-for-TV movie, it does fade to black because there originally was supposed to be a commercial break in there. Well, for this Blu-ray release, they actually created three commercials for three of the toys in the movie that they inserted in place of the commercials that would have aired on, TV when it was aired for the first time, or it just aired in syndication, I guess I should say. But I think it's cool. So it kind of breaks to these commercials about some of the toy. It kind of breaks into a fake commercial that they designed just for this film about the new toys in the movie. Well, I thought it was kind of cool. But the movie is only 23 minutes long, even with the commercials. I paid $13 for it. It really ain't worth more than that. A lot of people will pass up on it because $13 is kind of steep for it. But I'm a huge Toy Story nut. I'm definitely gonna. I definitely had to own this for 13 bucks. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was longer. I remember it being longer whenever I watched it on TV. But with that said, folks, I will see you next time. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.